So for me, it was about, you know, being married and sticking with that marriage.
Yeah.
My first husband died. That's why I wasn't with him still. And then I obviously was able to marry somebody else or get with somebody else. But yeah,
wait, sorry. Your first husband passed away. You didn't. So he passed away.
Yeah.
So, first of all, sorry to hear that. So, do you mind me asking what he passed away from?
A heroine overdose.
Wow.
Yeah, you wasn't expecting that, was you?
Wow. Okay. All right.
Has that thrown you, China? Has it thrown you?
It hasn't thrown me, but it's going to navigate the conversation a few different ways. But bear with me, and I'm just going to make you aware as well. There's going to be comments in the chat and things on the screen. Just focus on.
Listen, whatever anybody's got to say doesn't affect me. You know, who I am, what I am is me, and it is what it is. I tell no lies. You know.
Yeah, it's just because there's going to be things on the screen and stuff. I'm just letting you know. So just focus on me and.
Yeah, I am. I'm not even bothered what they said.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So, did you know he was a heroin addict when you married him?
So he previously had been, and then he got clean, and then he relapsed. So, yeah, I knew his past. I was perfectly aware of this decision that I was making to be with him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So talk to me about the overdose. Where did it happen and how and who found him?
I found him 2001, dead on the front room floor.
Where were the kids?
They were at my mother's house.
What was it like finding him there?
It was traumatic, but I always thought it was him that was going to kill me rather than him that was going to die. Do you know what I mean? So
was he abusive?
Well, yeah, he was. Yeah, very, very.
Talk to me about the DV in the relationship. Speak to me about it. On the scale, what was it like? And remember, only say what you feel comfortable to say. And I'm just trying to gauge.
I'm comfortable to talk about. I have nothing to hide. I was a kid when I met him. I had a very traumatic upbringing. I was 17 when I met him. I was stupid.
How old was he?
He was 11 years older than me. So yeah.
So wait. So what?
Sorry, my phone is. I thought I put it on something.
So it was what old was he? 28 when he met you?
Yeah.
And you were 17.
I was 17.
So were you still in school?
No, I wasn't in school. I left home when I was 15.
Why did you leave home when you were 15?
Because I couldn't take the abuse anymore. I couldn't handle the abuse there anymore, so I had to leave.
Oh, okay. Wait, we're going back again now. Okay. So if you don't mind me, okay, you've said it. So you was in an abusive upbringing?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, at the hands of
my mother.
And when you say abuse, the levels of abuse, what are we talking about here?
Extreme emotional abuse, really, really extreme. My mother's a narcissist. So I grew up in a narcissistic family.
I'm going to listen to your story because it does, but I just, that word seems to get thrown. It's a word in 2023 that seems to get thrown away.
Yeah.
I hear
what you're saying, but this was stuff that I'd worked through and stuff that I knew before it even became a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I did my therapy many years ago. Before everybody was a narcissist. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so upbringing home? What was your childhood like? Did you have your both parents in the home?
Yeah, both parents are home. My mother was the dominant person. My dad's a nice guy, but he's a very weak man. So he just allowed my mother to behave the way she was behaving.
What did he do for a living?
My dad did a bit of everything. He worked. He came from Italy in when did he come? 1960s. He came from Italy. So he used to work in factories, printing materials, stuff like that. But then he also did like he could do everything: building houses, kitchens, gas, electricity, everything. My dad could do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, but he was he one of those? Because I know a lot of Italian men, like the old school guys, they were quite quiet. Like, you know what I mean? Because I have a few friends, they're Italian, and their mums like their dad was quite quiet, and their dad was short and quiet, and their mums were just like, you know what I mean? Was he one of those ones?
No, it was the case. Like when he flips, you know what I'm saying? But he will put up with a lot of shit. Honestly, he will. Yeah.
Okay. So then you left at 15. Where did you go at 15?
I was working as a waitress, and I got myself a job in one of the local restaurants. That's what I was doing, working as a waitress.
Okay. All right. Cool. So then, take me back to how you met your because he was 28 and you were 17 and you was out of the home. Take me back there. So you've left your home because you had a traumatic upbringing and you was having a abusive relationship with your mother. So you've left now and now you're living on your own. Where are you staying?
So I met him through a friend. That's how I met him. Just kind of, I think I was so desperate for love and for acceptance from somebody, and I just kind of fell into this relationship with him.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, when did he propose before you had your first child?
Yeah, so we ran away to Gretna Green to get married because I was only 17.
Green, man, like Gretna Green, yeah. That love, okay. You ran away to Gretna Green.
We did.
To make an honest woman of you, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think more me as well, because with the way that I'd been grown up, we had to get married. Like, it was just what we had to do because we had to. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. So, all right. So then you have your first child with him.
Yeah.
How soon after getting married did you have your first child?
I got married I was pregnant already when we got married. So we got married in the January.
It was up the duff shotgun wedding,
Only just. I think I must have got pregnant at the time that we actually got married, because we got married in the January and then my son was born in the October. So
yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool. So then your son was born, your first son. What was the gap between your next? What was the gap before you had your next child? Because you had a girl, you had a girl, your girl, right?
Yeah, boy, girl. Yeah, so just under 2 years.
Yeah. So under 2 years. Okay, cool. So now take me to the right. So everything was good. It was all good. Take me to how we get to him dying of a heroine overdose.
No, but nothing was ever good. This is what I'm trying to say. Nothing was ever really good. I was just desperate to be with somebody and to have love and to have all the things that I never had when I was a child. And I was just desperate for that situation. And he was just somebody who was there at the right time. And he had his own struggles. And I think we just came together for that reason. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that struggle love.
Yeah,
but I think understand. You were 17 and he was 28.
Yeah, but I think because of the situation at home.
What's a 28-year-old man doing with a 17-year-old girl?
Listen, do you know what? Back in those days when I was younger, there was loads of guys that were at it, like looking for younger girls like that.
No, we know that. But I'm saying, like, at no point, what is like I'm saying to you, like, don't you think that's part of the problem because you were young
Oh,
and
definitely.
you came from, you know, I would say you was probably looking for a father figure. You was looking more for like a father figure in that.
Yeah,
Did you
no,
not say?
I was looking for somebody to take care of me because I had all this stuff that went on when I was a kid, and I was just
Yeah.
looking for, like I said, I was looking for that love, and I was looking for somebody to take care of me.
Yeah. The reason no, because you know what it is, as you're saying it, I have to pick up on those points. And I'm like, well, you was 17 when you met him. So, you know, and he was 28. And at that point, you know, being a 20-year-old man, what do you want of a 7-year-old girl? You know, like you know what I'm saying? When I speak about men dating younger, I'm not ever speaking about that. Like, do you get me? Like, I have a problem with that. I have a very big problem.
Yeah, no, and do you know what? It's right as well. It's right as well
It's
to
not
have
with
that.
you. I don't have a problem with you, and that's a different time. We're having a conversation. It's a nuanced conversation.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying, like, you know, when you look at the prevalence of it in terms of, you know, I was 15 and I had guys that were in the late 20s trying to run me down, get me around to the house. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's the same these days, but back in the day, that's what it was like.
Live, love, plan, pray says over here, addicts generally get with addicts. I was going to ask you that question.
Okay.
Did you ever consume drugs with him?
Yes.
Okay. What was this the same? What drugs was it? Same as him?
No. So basically, what happened is after I had my second child,
Yeah.
I was fat, and this guy didn't like fat girls, so
Okay.
he brought home some amphetamines, and he said to me, I'd never took this point in my life, I'd never took drugs before in my life. And he brought home some amphetamines, and he said to me, he said, "Oh, you take this and you'll be skinny in a few weeks." So obviously I took it. But it was the best antidepressant that I'd ever took in my life. I can own.
What did it feel like? What did it feel like